Hi, my name is Anne, and I'm one of the Phoenix College librarians. I met many of you during part 2 of the medicinal plant project. We're now moving into part 3, which is putting it all together. In part 3, you're working with your group collaboratively, writing up your research findings in a Google Doc. You'll be including both in-text citations within the document and full references at the end of your document. This video is a quick review on when you need to include a citation to a source and how to create an in-text citation. There are times when you need to include an in-text citation and other times when you don't. When you provide statistics, you'll always want to cite a source. When the information is unique and someone might wonder, how do they know that? You'll want to include a source. Of course, when you use a direct quotation, you always include a citation, but this is also the case when summarizing or paraphrasing something you learned. Then there are situations when you don't need a citation. For example, when the information is commonly known or generally accepted, like pollution is bad for the environment. When all of your sources are saying the same thing, like the scientific name for your plant, this can be a clue that the information is commonly known, at least to those in that particular field. And of course, you don't need a citation when you're sharing your own original thoughts. Here's a sample paragraph written by a previous BIO108 student who researched ginseng. They used the reference below to help them write this paragraph. Let's examine each sentence to see which ones need a citation. The first contains a lot of specific health information that isn't commonly known, so I'd include a citation here. The second sentence, if you go into any grocery store or convenience store, you'll see ginseng and a lot of energy drinks, is known by most people, so a citation isn't needed here. The third sentence reads, ginseng contains many minerals and nutrients which are absorbed from the soil during growth stages. This is a general statement about how plants function and probably would be considered common knowledge, especially to biologists, so you don't need a citation here. However, the last sentence that gets into the specifics of the nutrients should include a citation. Now that we've reviewed when to include a citation, let's review how to create an in-text citation. You can use any citation style that you're comfortable with for this project. I'd recommend picking one style for your whole group to use. The CSE style is used by scientists, and many CSE examples are included in the yellow packet of information about this project you got from your instructor. If you're already comfortable with MLA, the style used in English, you're welcome to use that instead. In CSE, the in-text citation is the author's last name only and publication date. Here's what it looks like with one author and two authors. When you have 3 or more authors, you're permitted to use et al., which is Latin for and others. MLA uses page number instead of publication date. Notice also the differences when citing a source that doesn't have an author. In CSE, you use the first word only, followed by 3 dots, and then the publication year. In MLA, you use the first few words in quotation marks and the page number. Imagine you were using this source in your group paper. What would the in-text citation look like? Well, I have 3 authors. With 3 or more authors, I can use the et al. With CSE, I use the publication date. With MLA, I use the page number. Here's what CSE would look like, and here's what the MLA in-text citation would look like. If you have any questions about citing or locating research evidence on your plants, please don't hesitate to email me. We can even hold a virtual conference together. Just sign up for a time with me by clicking on Research Coach from the library's homepage. Stay well.